So you're watching a video and it's all distorted with the light, and then all of a sudden the person starts walking. Oops, I just tripped. Is that not the worst? Is that annoying? So let me just say that this is not the way to do a video, captivate and keep an audience. But stay tuned, we will discuss the right way and 3 methods: good, better, best. Hello, this is Michael Loftus for Loftus Coaching and Consulting. Today we're going to talk about the right way to do videos and not to do them the way that I talked about in the beginning. Look, bottom line is videos are great for your business. I can tell you for us, 40% of our business, meaning new assets in the last 2 years, have directly come from our social media efforts. It works. It's a great way to connect with people. It's a great way to educate and stay in touch with your clients. I know that's been our response. Now, this is for both wholesalers and advisors. Wholesalers, you can teach advisors who are hesitant, and advisors, you can do it yourself. But I think it's real important. We know the business is changing, and this is a great opportunity. So today we're going to talk about 3 methods to get there. Good, better, best. Pretty simple, right? Good, desktop. Better, iPhone. I'm recording this entire video on my iPhone for the first time. And best, DSLR cameras, studio, and all kinds of other gadgets which I've gotten into. So let's start from good option. So our first option is recording from a desktop. Now here's an example of what we do and how we do. Okay, here I am at my desktop. 3 important items. Number 1 is a camera. I have a C920, less than $60, 1080 quality microphone built in. I prefer a better quality mic. I have a USB mic that I have on a dolly here I use for web calls as well, bi-directional. You can also get something less expensive. I'll have a link below for that. Most important is the software, OBS. I am not going to get too much into that today. I have a full class on how to do videos at your desktop with OBS. I'll have a link below on that as well. But what it does do, it allows you to become the director of your own show. Here's scene number 1. You can transition to scene number 2, talk about a specific chart, and then you can go into this. You can go back to that. As you see, it all blends in automatically, and it's being recorded. So very easy to use and ready to send up to compliance. So the advantage here, C920, $50, good USB microphone, $50, OBS software, $0. So you're in at $100, and you can do some really good quality videos. The other thing is, for those who don't have the resources or somebody to edit for you, this is all blended together for you, recorded, ready to go to compliance. So it's a great option. Now, to learn more about that option, we've created a class on teachable.com. We'll have a link below. It's called the Advisor School. Great way to get started with videos. Next up, smartphones. No doubt. This is a better option. Why? I think the quality, the flexibility, how you can move things around. Everybody has smartphones, so I would say it's probably not an additional cost. Still want to make sure you get a microphone, possibly lighting, but I don't think so. So a couple things here that we want to talk about as it pertains to the smartphone option. One is microphone, no microphone, and I think they've gotten a lot better. Obviously, this is an iPhone X. The quality of the camera is strong. Now, I have it flipped around in selfie mode. The other mode is even better. So let's take a look at the microphone difference. Okay, so here's an example of me sitting at my desk and recording. I've got some good images behind me. Does not look so bad. I'm pretty much in focus, which you can adjust on Filmic Pro, but I am not currently using a microphone. What I'm going to do is set up this microphone. This is a Shure mic, goes right into your iPhone. What I like about it is it's multi-directional. So when I plug it in, it's going to be pointed right at me, or if I just want to do notes when I'm driving, I can do that as well. But the other thing is I'm using a tripod, a small Manfrotto tripod. I would probably recommend a taller one in this scenario, but for this purpose, I think it's fine. So let's check out the difference with the microphone. Okay, so now I've plugged in the Shure mic. I notice one, the levels are going up as I'm looking at the recording here. And you can make your own judgment if it's worth it. If it's cleaner, to me, it does sound a little bit cleaner. It's going to pick you up a little bit better. And, you know, there's really two keys here. Good audio is critical, as well as a stable film view, okay? Now from there, maybe the normal ear could not catch it. For someone who used to DJ for years, to me it's still a better, crisper, cleaner quality with the Shure USB mic. I think I paid $140. We'll have a link below for it. But, you know, again, it still gives you a nice, clean option as well. Now, secondly, and to me, the most important part of using your smartphone, don't just use the software on your device. With the iPhone, there's an app that I use, and I will tell you, anybody who's doing videos with their smartphones are using Filmic Pro. It's a great app. I'm not getting paid to say that. We'll have a link to the iPhone store just because I'm an iPhone guy. But here's a quick example of what it is. But what it does is it turns your iPhone into a DSLR and having all those options to manipulate. Take a look. Okay, so here's my apps. I'm going to click on video, go to Filmic Pro, see what we come up with here. So some of the reasons that I like it, there's a couple things. I'm not going to give a full tutorial here. There's plenty of videos out there, but depending on where you are, you're able to change the color and the backdrop as far as where you are that day. And then once you like it, you can set the auto white balance and then lock it in by hitting a second time. But the big thing is you can do turn around, do selfie, zoom, telephoto, frame rate. This is what I really like about it. You can go up to 240 frames per second, 120. It's probably the highest I would go just to give you that real slow, cool look. You can also have your presets. So I've got 120, but it's going to save at 30. So when we edit it. So again, it's got a lot of different tools here. And then you can also link if you have a stabilizer, which I'll talk about in a second. So really cool app, allows you to do a lot of different things for, I think, $15. It is well worth it. So there you go. I think when you look at that, that's pretty cool. So you can make a lot of changes to it. Last week I went out, I did an interview with a local business person as part of my YouTube channel. You know, what they do, how they do. He's a personal chef in Sommier. Really cool. So I did a lot of the video with the DSLR camera, and I used my iPhone because I can get 120 frames per second and got some great video. I'm real excited to edit that and put that out as a new feature, small business feature. So really cool of what you can do with that. Okay, one other quick thing as it pertains to a smartphone. If you want to do some other things, you want to get what's called a stabilizer. They've really come down in price. This is a Zion, I forget which one, but they just came out with a new version. It automatically links with Filmic Pro, and you can control everything right from the handle. So this is a stabilizer so you can walk around and get some really cool photos without that shake I was talking about in the beginning of the video. So next up, let's talk about the best option. The best option is obviously DSLR cameras, studio lights, microphones, etc. Let me take you real quick through our studio. So as we walk into our studio, there's a couple things I'll point out. Here are some shirts that we used a couple of weeks ago for a video. We've got several batteries and backups and whatnot. We have our own lighting. Here's a new device we're using. It's called a slider. Very cool. Here's our camera setup, and what's nice about it, I'm coming back towards it, but as you can see, I've got the one monitor on the bottom to show where I am in the picture in case I'm recording by myself, and then I have an iPad Pro, which is basically I use as my monitor. There's our DSLR. We have a backup green screen there, some lighting over here. We're gonna go up here somewhere. How do we get up there with our little device? Here's our Rode mic. It's definitely a high-end mic. And then as you'll see in the background, we have a pull-down green screen we had installed. And then just recently we put in this beautiful backdrop here for just to have a more softer backdrop. Also helps with the sound in the room, although these drapes that you see over here are both sound and light proof. So one thing I like to say is be careful, it becomes addictive, as you see by all my tools there. But obviously you can put out some great stuff. Excited about that new wall we just had installed. Gives us good rich sound, a great backdrop, gives us a lot of different opportunity to do some really cool videos and interviews. So very excited again to take our business to the next level. So wrapping things up, it comes down to price. Obviously the desktop option is the cheapest. iPhone, all you really need is the Filmic Pro and also the microphone, and then the best option. Now the other issue you have to consider, if you're doing iPhone, if you're also doing DSLR, you're going to have to edit it. That's the nice thing about the desktop option. You're really editing as you're recording, so it simplifies your process. So if you're by yourself, if you're not an expert, go to our class on teachable.com, and that will really help you get started. Hey, as always, thanks so much for watching. Michael Loftus, Loftus Coaching and Consulting. Oh, wait, and also marketing. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.